Yeah, in terms of Larry Johnson's performance, he is held in high esteem and has been for a long time and probably for good measure. But if you look at and some of that obviously has to do with the recruiting side of things. And so his responsibility is to bring the players in before he coaches them up. So I don't know how much that is considered him excelling as a recruiter versus excelling as a coach and technician developing these players. But if you measured, to Tony's point, the output and production of these players versus their recruiting rankings, the large part over the last 5 years, it's been underwhelming, underachieving, I would say.
Well, and now you've got Tyleik Williams, as Steve was talking about, heading into year 3. After seeing him early on as a freshman, you would think in year 3 he's going to be an All-American. And at this point, you don't even know if he's going to be a starter. Mike Hall has an unbelievable first half of the season last year, then gets injured. Do we expect him to pick up where he left off, or is he going to be in some sort of a limbo like Tyleik Williams? And they can point to Tyleik Williams needs to get get in better shape and have more wind and that sort of thing. But also you have the program to make that happen. So why is it not happening?
Yeah, the defensive line rotation is malpractice. I mean, in my opinion, I hate coming outright and just throwing that out there, but it's something that's been there. And I just think that we have seen so many questionable decisions, third and everything. And you look at who's out there, and it's not necessarily the players that you expect to be out there. Is it a matter of players are not coming along in terms of their strength and conditioning? Is it a matter of they're just not being put on the field? I mean, there's a lot of things that have to be identified in terms of why Ohio State's defensive line maybe has not realized what it had in the past. And in a lot of ways, it's unfair to say, this line has to be what it was when it had a Chase Young or a Nick Bosa or Joey Bosa. Ohio State certainly was very spoiled in terms of having 3 generational players in the short end of a decade. I mean, that's not normal. But what Ohio State has not been able to do here as of late, in terms of getting results out of its line, I have not been able to put it together.
Well, you remember, this is basically what 2 years now. 20, 21, and 22, the only 3 years in Larry Johnson's stint at Ohio State where he hasn't had a Bosa or a Young, and that's where things have sort of slowed down for him. So I don't think it's a coincidence, but I also do think you need to be getting more out of your guys.